To KZN now. The last time a new king was coronated in the Zulu nation was on the 5th of December 1971 when King kaZwelithini ascended the throne. Now on Saturday, King Misuzulu kaZwelithini officially takes the reins. Dignitaries and people here and abroad are expected to witness this almost once-in-a-lifetime event. But the crown hasn't come without contestation. Two factions of the AmaZulu royal family are slamming King Misuzulu, saying he's not the rightful heir. Mvana gives us some background.
The AmaZulu king officially ascends to the throne. Misuzulu Sunqobile Hlomesakhe Sihlangu kaZwelithini was born on the 23rd of September 1974 KwaNongoma, KwaZulu-Natal. The king has royal blood from both his parents' sides. He's the firstborn of 5 children of the late King uGoodwill kaBhekuzulu and Eswatini Princess Manfombi Dlamini, daughter of the late King Sobhuza. Here's a brief history of the AmaZulu kingship. We have the earliest known ancestor to the nation, uMnguni. uZulu kaMalandela is a central figure in the formation of this nation. Through the centuries, many kings ascended. In 1816, uNkosi uShaka kaSenzangakhona took the reins. More kings came after him. Fast forward to 1873, there was King uCetshwayo kaMpande. In 1884, King Dinuzulu kaCetshwayo. In 1891, Isilo Solomon kaDinuzulu. Then, in 1948, we have King Misuzulu's grandfather, Isilo uCyprian Bhekuzulu kaSolomon. Former King Goodwill Zwelithini kaBhekuzulu ruled from 1971 until 2021 March. And now, King Misuzulu kaZwelithini. In April, he wedded Indlovukazi uNtokozo kaMayisela, who hails from Newcastle, KZN. They were married following traditional custom. In his early years, His Majesty attended Michael House, a prestigious private senior boys' school in the province. Having an uncle who is a king, uMswati III, meant he also frequented Swaziland. The king is also said to have studied in Jacksonville, Florida. It was after his father's death that the greater public was introduced to the then incoming king. On the 12th of March 2021, King Goodwill Zwelithini kaBhekuzulu succumbed to COVID-19 related illnesses. He was 72 years old. This would prove to be one of the darkest times for the nation in modern times. King Misuzulu's mother, Queen Manfombi, was made the regent as per the king's request in his will. The matter of the king's signature on that will remains contested by a faction of the royal family. It consists of senior members: the king's younger brother, Prince Umbonisi, and now late Princess Thembi. Sadly, the queen died after being in the position for only a month, throwing the succession into further turmoil. The previous king had over 20 children and 6 wives. Some sort of friction was bound to take place. At the reading of his mother's will at the KwaKhangela Mankengane Palace, a scuffle broke out when he was named as the next AmaZulu king.
Prince Misuzulu was with the way. Sure.
It was the AmaZulu Prime Minister, Inkosi uMangosuthu Buthelezi, who asserted that it was in fact Misuzulu, whose name means the one who strengthens the Zulu nation, was the rightful heir. Some members of the royal family were unable to digest this. Court battles would be the order of the day. At the moment, King Zwelithini's eldest son, Prince Simakade Zulu, has claimed the throne. Last week, he performed the sacred ritual of entering the royal kraal. This is done to essentially anoint a new king and introduce them to the ancestors. This particular faction is also contesting President Cyril Ramaphosa for recognizing Misuzulu as king. and they want the court to set aside Ramaphosa's decision. The matter is still pending at the Supreme Court of Appeal. In a twist of events, just days before the coronation, another one of Misuzulu's siblings, Prince Bozabazi, has emerged, claiming his right to the throne. His mother is Queen Buhle Kamate. You might be wondering, why is it that the firstborn is not automatically the king? Here's a brief explainer. Prince Simagade is not from one of the royal wives. The first is Queen Sibongile Madlamini, then Queen Buhle Kamate. Queen Manfombi was the third wife, followed by Queens Thandekile Mandlovu, Queen Umpumelelo Mchiza, and Queen Zola Kamafu. Queen Manfombi was of royal blood and was considered the bride of the nation. This is because cows which were used to pay her lobola were from KZN surrounding chiefs, with Inkosi Mangosuthu Buthelezi leading the lobola negotiations, whereas the otherwise dowry was directly from the king. According to historians, her role was to bear the next king for the AmaZulu nation. At the moment, you might describe the events in this household as nothing short of something from the Game of Thrones. Historians say turbulence to the Zulu kingship is nothing new, and it has existed for centuries. We're just here to witness some of it. As the new king ascends the throne, one can probably wonder what the future holds. In Amvana, Johannesburg.